Hi, everybody out in YouTube land. What's good tonight? It's good night. Look at me, 2 minutes early. Check it. 6 people already. Good. I'll give everybody a minute to get in. Hello, Nomadic Madman. Nice to see you. How are you tonight? Happy Friday. I feel like I want to talk about Jack some more, you guys. Hi, JK Pioneer. Hi. Vegas is coming so fast. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. What's up? Hi, Michael Elder. Nice to see you. What's up is, well, we're making up, I'm making up shit, talking crap, making up lies and gossip and, whatever. Hi, Davio, sweetheart. How are ya? Jack has a trippy past. So do I. X marks the spot. Boom. I cannot say your name without doing that. Gotta do that. Hola, Huli. Hi, Rudy Green, treasure hunter. Nice to see ya. Well, Kevin S. Hello. Yeah, Vegas, baby. Pew, 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 pew. Good times. This is exciting. Okay. I am having for beverage this evening. Oops, I got one of these again. An escape. I'm going with the escape. Well, 19 people in here. The other night I did a Zoom meeting with Bear and Fenndy Look for Stuff channel. And it wasn't a live, it was like he recorded it so he could edit it. And then, I don't know when they're going to do it, but it was Eric Sloane. They wanted to talk about Eric Sloane. And I wasn't feeling like 100% that night that I did it. It was like, I didn't feel well that day, very well. And so I wasn't on my A game. So I'm like, ooh. But then I thought to myself, it's never too late to talk about Eric Sloane some more. Like, I have my own channel. I can talk about him all the time if I want. I don't know how many. Whatever. Huli says 14 days to Vegas. Holy shit. That's going to be, I'm going Thursday. And that'll be good. Davia, are you going? You going for sure? Huli, you going? Who's all going? Okay, see, there I am. I'm like, my attention. But that is fun to talk about, Vegas. Am I ready for that? I know. I was just thinking about what am I going to wear? Like, I'm flying Delta. You get a carry-on. So it's like, okay. And I don't need to bring. So it's like, But what a fun thing to think about, to plan a trip or having something to look forward to like that. It's a really good thing. So hooray. Can't wait to see you guys. Or whoever is going to be there. JK Pioneer is going to be there, right? I don't know. JK Pioneer, are you a man or a woman? I don't even know. But that's the whole beauty about screen names too. The anonymity of it doesn't matter then. It really shouldn't matter anyway, but you know. I'm not allowed to buy alcohol. I have so much in my house. It's dumb. You get snowstorms, you can justify it thinking about things like that, planning for the future. I could survive new pandemics. Way to think ahead. Oh, you guys, so I don't know anything about what's, oops, I just lost, I clicked away from you. Where are you? There you are. I haven't looked or even on Google or anything, or even on YouTube really, about what's happening in the chase. And I feel totally thrown off because K-Pro and Cow didn't have their show last night. And I kept, it's Friday, right? Like today's, like I'm today. But what was I going to say? Yeah, so I don't know anything that's going on. Like, I don't know any new news. Is there any new news about the lawsuits, or are we just in a complete lull right now? So if that is the case, which that's what I'm thinking, like we didn't, besides all the questions that Jack put out, and now that I'm got a better idea of what the questions, maybe I can process a little better this time instead of like getting all worked up about things. Whoops. Oh, Jack, you are a difficult one to figure out, and I can't stand it. I know you know about the frustrations because you said it. That's how we feel. You're the only one that can help us. God bless America. Yeah, the double blaze is rough. Oh, well, can't help it. Panicked. Must protect myself with the double blazes. What do you think about Jack using brown in the word mud bath? Yeah. Oh, I know. See, okay, thanks for reeling me back in, Hooli, because that was something that I talked about with Bear and Fenndy. The idea, the Eric Sloane connection, and how that was like one of my last comments with them, is like, I have to talk about the connection to Eric Sloane and brown, the word brown in the poem, and Eric Sloane, because that was, Eric's favorite, which was, he felt, a very neglected color. He wrote about it in his book 80, and we all know that in TTOTC, 80 is mentioned 80, 80, 80. That's how he starts out the story, right in the preface. I mean, here we go. Well, I'm almost 80. And then it talks about Eric's book, And it's like, he's still selling Eric Sloane. The thrill of the chase, I mean, Forrest Fenn was Eric Sloane's a lot. The way he describes his relationship. And the thrill of the chase is a way to keep selling Eric. That's how I see it. Keep selling Eric and keep Eric alive. By all the, right before the poem, it says, and like my friend Eric Sloane, boom, poem. Eric Sloane, poem. So there's just so many undeniable connections, which brings me back to, let's just keep picking at it, like, until I'm not irritated anymore about it. Until I know the answer, or till we know how. It's not like, what's more important than the final spot to me is solving the poem, finding the answers to the poem. It's like my mind is not gonna let it go. I don't, it's like I have no desire to let it go, even though there's no money involved any longer. And that's why I have 34 people in my room right now. I think. Hi, Gallatin Ghost. Who else is here? I've seen a few more joined. Hi, Gallatin. Yeah, I don't want to let it go. And so so I'm trying to find the things that, I'm going back, I'm going to pull up a Remembrance of Forest, the Medium article, the OG Medium article put out by the Finder before we knew it was Jack, before his name was really Jack Stoof. So, because this was our first real filter. It was his first, it was an introduction to him, the Finder, and it is what he wants us to know about the chase, So why did he pick, the way he sat on it, from June 6th till this article came out. I want to say the 28th. Do I have to really go up and look? 23rd of September. So the 23rd of September. So he had months to come up with how he wanted to play his cards here, lay these cards out on the table. And also it was that the mess of the lawsuits involved made it, ugh. Anyone that Chicago woman, I think she wrecked a lot of stuff. And I am not going to say thank you for outing the Finder and making his name come out, because if it wasn't for you, honey, it would have came out totally different. Forrest would have probably introduced him to, it would have been a different ball game. So thanks a lot for ruining it for thousands of people. For your selfishness, your own selfish delusions, you ruined it for thousands of people. So, gee, thanks. God. Never mind. How did I get off on that? Oh yeah, I'm mad about that because we had to wait until the 23rd to get real information from the Finder. It was only after, or not even, we didn't get his name. We got information. Let's just go there. His name, ooh. So you made his name come out, you big bully. So now what? What'd you get from that? His cell phone records to prove that he didn't hack your phone? Good Lord. No. Oh my God. Okay, you guys, steer me. I got to look at the chat. I'm sorry. I don't want this to be all bitchy. I don't want to be all bitchy. I want to be all good. Even the bad stuff. Everything happens for a reason. And that. Okay. Although that is a part of Fennhaven. jumped on my cloud, man. Get off my cloud, Barb. Anyway, so Forrest Fenn says, Jack, here you go. Nice to meet you. Yada, yada, yada. Here, you want this treasure chest full of gold and stuff? Okay. And then one more thing. Here's this book. I'd like you to have a copy of this book. I think you're a dick because you never had one to begin with. I wonder what Forrest did think of that. Not like this was like a prerequisite to the chase or anything. It's just, when you're a Forrest fan, you want to know, like he said, like Jack even said, like he wanted to know as much, get his hands on everything Forrest had ever written. But he didn't. He didn't get it. He didn't get his hands on this, And this was the book he wrote immediately before The Thrill of the Chase. It was this book, and then The Thrill of the Chase was his next book. So, and then he makes it a point in the article to say, I'm going to pull it back up. Susie, Eric just called for a date. Date 4, what to do. So, date 3, I got to go to New York. Date 4 is in Vegas. There's so many. Vegas is like, there's too many things to do, but I don't know. It shut down. Yeah, this is make-believe land, and this is with Eric Sloane, so it can be anything. It doesn't have to be real. Like, let's go see Sinatra at the Sands. Yeah. Eric is going to take me to dinner, and then we're going to sit in a smoky drink cocktails like Manhattans or martinis, and watch, what's his name? Okay. That would be fine. Frank Sinatra at the dunes or sands or what was it? Or dunes. That sounds right. Dunes Casino? Sands Casino. Now I can't even remember. What am I talking about? Crap. Okay. Stoof, German for stage or step. Is the steps left Forrest missing temple home? Oh, what? Wow, way to make a connection. Clever. Whammy. Cheetah hoop. Hi, Redneck Express. Hi, nice to see you. Dune, and the Sands. They're both places, right? Yeah, Sinatra would be cool. I wish Ronan Farrow would play some piano for us or whatever. He looks just like him. Anyway, I know they're not any longer, but we're playing make-believe, and anything's possible in make-believe land if I'm going on dates with Eric Sloane. Okay, so, here's the back of the book. Do you guys know that it's by Bronze Portrait of Eric Sloane by Glenna Goodacre. Cloudscape painting on the bronze by Eric Sloane. On bronze. That's fabulous. But Glenna Goodacre, wasn't she a searcher at one point? Jack Stoof is Arthur Slugworth. paranormal investigating at the Sands would be cool. Heck yeah, Zozo. Hi, Zozo. I'm in. As long as I was with bunch of other people. Brown is the color. Which color brown, though? I know. That's the thing, William Sparks, and that's what that was Eric's deal. He said he was talked about in 80 that that brown was a neglected color, and then if you looked in his paint box, there were all these variations of the color brown, but there is not a tube of paint called brown. There's burnt umber, Van Dyke, whatever. I don't know the rest of them. Sienna, burnt sienna or something. But okay, so what did Jack? You know what? I should go actually. Way back. Glenna died this year too. Yeah. She was an artist. Yeah. She did that Eric Sloane bust. I mean, it's a part of Forrest's book. Hi, Meat Man. How are you? Nice to see you. Come on in. Come on into Fennhaven. I'm easily distracted, but yet trying to talk about. I've got the Finder article on Medium pulled up. And this is an old one, the original, the first time he put anything out. Because there's like so much to garner from the information he is giving us. Like if we took this, it seems like he's given so much away that we should be able to use it somehow, use that information. Like on the Finder article, hang on. Anyone think that, hi, because I can. Anyone think that Forrest put a 1943 bronze Lincoln cent worth over $1 million alone in the chest? You know what the problem would be with that is find one of those. That's why they're worth $1 million. You know, you can't, there aren't any, there's like 3 and they're all known or some crap, isn't it? Like it would be like one that was not known to be in existence, right? Susie Fennhaven, did you buy a Mega Millions lottery ticket? 3/4 of $1 billion jackpot. Oh, I didn't, but my sister did. She's in. She bought, what's the other one? Mega Million and Powerball. And I think that's it. She bought a couple of them. Yeah, we're totally planning on winning that. We both need a new car. We're just going to let the lottery hook us up. What is it? That's a 1933 gold double eagle, Susie. What is? Also a very rare coin, right? Worth $1 million. And that could be in the chest. Again, we don't know what shenanigans. Because I can. There is said to be 40 in total. Of course, us the people know. I mean, I don't know anything. And only 15 to 20 are known and in private collection. The rest are in circulation. 1 of 3. It may be easier to strike one than to find one. Especially if you're... I got Copper Dan. A Copper Dan Search a Coin came in the mail. It's downstairs. All right, show you guys. It's awesome. It's big too. It's big. It's bigger than the Forest coins. But anyway, okay. So back to the Finder article, and what I'm trying to spit out, you guys, is that when Jack starts talking about Forrest, or Eric Sloane. Well, okay, this caught my eye too. Forrest was a benefactor and donated artifacts from his personal collection over the years to the Buffalo Bill Center of the West in Cody, Wyoming, on whose board he served for several years. You know, he says this right in the Finder article. Jack mentions Buffalo Bill Center of the West in Cody, and Forrest told us all that that's where he stopped every year going to. And and Jack said, oh my God, you guys, I just remember the huge thing about what Jack told us about how when Forrest hid the chest, said that he hid it while he was at Cody, in Cody, Wyoming. He hid it while he was in Cody, Wyoming for okay, now I gotta find that. Hang on. Wait, I'm gonna go back to the live stream. Do you guys know what I mean? Where was that? Where did I read that? Was that was it mean when your nose itches? Blink. Blink full in. Hi, K-Pro. How you doing tonight? Good to see ya. Just talking about Jack and how he said Forrest was in Cody, Wyoming for some Cody, Wyoming museum thing or something when he hid the chest. So we know it's got to be within, and he did it, and Peggy didn't even know he was gone. So he got to assume that he was in a hotel room in Cody, Wyoming, and had to rent a car, or maybe he drove. I don't know if Forrest flew or drove. You know, when he traveled up to Cody and stuff. I think driving would he probably hates driving. After flying a plane, driving is probably like, oh my God, are we there yet? Anyway, however he got to Cody, Wyoming, he was like Cody, Wyoming when he hid the chest. So if he flew there, or, you know, or he knows people with airplanes, it's not a big deal for him to get into a private plane and have somebody fly him up to, I mean, it's not like it wasn't a deal, you know? So he easily could have got to Cody, got a rental car, and then, you know, went to do his thing at the, you know, him and Peggy. And then he's like, oh yeah, I'm going to go I'm going fishing about on the spot. I know about. Noah's Peggy is not going. She's not going to go get eaten up by a bunch of mosquitoes and whatever else is lurking out there. She's like, no, thanks, honey. I'm going to stay in the room here, hang out the hotel. And so and he said he did it in one afternoon. So it has to be the radius, like if it took him a mile walk. Okay, so how long, you know, I'm going to give it a 2 hour, not even a 1 hour radius around Cody, Wyoming as the target, right? That makes me think of the buffalo jump. There's a buffalo jump somewhere outside of Cody, Wyoming. Just because of the buffalo cowboy and the, you know, and the code, and that was called Cody. I think that's a hint in the book. I don't know how to use it in the poem or whatever, but I think if we just keep poking at these clues, and that seems like a confirmer. When in the original article that I'm reading right here, the original A Remembrance of Forrest Fenn, my friend Forrest passed away, blah, blah, blah. That article, the original article, he tells us about Forrest being a benefactor, donating money and things to the Cody Museum. And then he tells us in the I'm rolling away. In the Jack Gets Me. Let me get there. Hang on, my computer's slow. Maybe I should pull it up on my phone. Oh, gee. Come on. Okay, here it goes. Okay, let's go to his name. Oh, man. I have a great internet connection, but a slow, what do you call these? Chromebook. Come on, Chromebook. I know you can. You've been, this was only $150. And I've already had it several years, and so it's like pretty impressive. Way to go, Chrome, Acer, and Google. Okay, here it is. Okay, Jack Gets Mail 2 from January 8th, just mere days ago, right? He says, it's going to take me a minute. Oh, wait. Oh, here, read more. He says right in the beginning of this article that he received 2,400 emails from searchers. So it's really curious, out of 2,400 emails, the actual ones that he chose to talk about or to introduce to people, that one about Cody, Wyoming, that's down here. Let me look again. Can I search this? There it is. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, do a search. Duh, here we are. It's by Justin Fields, is the guy who asked the question. The question is, do you know if the date that Forrest hid the treasure is of any significance? If so, was this info part of the ancillary evidence that aided you in the search? Forrest said he stayed mum on the exact hiding date to prevent searchers from pulling car rental records to calculate miles driven, etc. Given that your name and travel dates are now public, any concerns that someone might try to trace your movements? And then this is how, and Jack answers, my car rental records aren't public records. I doubt people would be willing to lose their job and get into legal trouble just to get that information out. And I doubt they would be revealing as people like to think. He told me he hid it when he did because he was in Wyoming anyway for an event at the museum in Cody. So it was convenient to hide it on the same trip. Holy, wow. Don't you think that's just huge, you guys? I mean, huge. Although, okay, try to look at it bigger picture. because he just says he told me he hit it when he did because he was in Wyoming anyway for an event at the Cody Museum. So it doesn't say how he got there. So if he did drive up from Santa Fe, then he drove the whole flippin' state. Basically, there's a lot of room between if you're driving to Cody. But if he flew to Cody, wow, that's a horse of a different color, So then Justin, the original guy, writes back and says, interesting note about the Wyoming trip! Explanation point. No kidding. Thanks for sharing that tidbit. And then he says, had the blaze not been damaged, do you believe you would have found the spot on your first trip in 2018? Or did you really need to know what blaze you were looking for in order to identify it, regardless of the condition? What if the blaze wasn't damaged, do you believe you would have found it on the trip in 2018? Or did you really need to know what blaze you were looking for in order to identify it? Tough question to say because I wasn't tracking myself with GPS and being systematic enough in 2018. But my feeling when I first went there early in the search season 2019 was that it was an area of the forest I had never been before. So probably not. So he found the forest, the area of forest in 2019. He found the area in 2018. 2019, it took him to find the specific area of the forest they had never been in before. That's why he didn't find it in 18. And then it took him how many ever 20 more times, whatever. Okay, so it says, if I had gone in that area, I probably would have needed some luck to notice it even without damage because I didn't know what I was looking for. What do you mean? How can that be? Okay, I'm going back to the chat. Hang on. Okay, here I'm back. Jack Stoof is Willy Wonka's Wilkinson. Thanks, JK Hooley. Sometimes I can't tell if I'm just being a doubtful Thomasina. Jack's a liar. Why do you think that, William? What point is it now? Why lie? When the real story is so, hi, Otis Magoo. Hi. Maybe a prepaid credit in someone else's name or something gave him a prepaid card. Needs no ID. Susie, same trip to Cody, but it didn't say he hid it in Cody. I think he drove to Yellowstone on that trip. I know, but okay, so it just tells us how far in you can go in a day. Park your car, hike it out, 2 trips, get in your car and drive it back. So that gives us a really short radius, 54 miles. Didn't he make that a thing? 54 miles north of Cody or 54 miles west of Cody? And if that's the case, is it the entrance, the east entrance to Cody? Is that the sign we're looking for? Is that the arrowhead we're looking for? Is it in the woods right behind that sign? The wooden sign's important. Okay, I just got an email. Are you in here? The person who just sent me an email? I'm looking. Hi, Rob G. Hi, Bill Gorman. Hi, 3D Bronze. Hi, Godelcon. Forrest was in Cody on Sunday, September 2nd, 2001 for a very special event. He left there saying, I do that? So you think he hit it in 2001 to get Eugene. I think you to Cody a lot. I mean, but that very well could be. And that question that person asked, Justin Fields asked about what did he say? Something about, was it important, that date? Do you know if the date that Forrest had the treasure is of any significance? So, like, he's almost asking in this question, like, if so, was it part of the evidence that aided you in your search? It's almost asking if those postmarks were relevant. Did somebody actually flat out ask him that? Gosh, I haven't even been to K-Pro. I haven't even been out to your that Google or whatever, where everybody's gathering all that information. That's a whole, that should be next Friday's show, right? Or next Friday. No, is next Friday, will I be in Las Vegas? Holy crap. Should I do Fennhaven Friday from Las Vegas, you guys? Bring my laptop. I can't do it on my phone. I don't have enough people. I only have 500 people, and I need 1,000 to be able to just, be live in Las Vegas. But I can go live on my, my Chromebook. Maybe I will be no condition to go live. I don't know if they have, do they have 3-2 beer there? Or do they just want you to get hammered? Oh, wait, I saw Huli. Huli, what did you say? I'm going to go back. Hi, Guitar Man. Okay, so there you are. Okay, how do I email you, Susie? You email me by going rfhecky@gmail.com. Put it in there for you guys. I'm already, I suck as a person, though. I mean, when it comes to dealing with anything, emails, reading. But you can try. There are good days. I have. No, 2 weeks. I'm getting my hair cut on Tuesday, couple days. 3D. So convinced of area, he resorted to combing general area inch by inch. Must have had some very compelling evidence leading to the spot. I suspect he used investigation to find something out we did not know. Right. Oops, there it jumped. But I see my name. Hi, Lori Barnes. Nice to see you. Hi, Susie. I asked Jack if he could tell me what the damaged blaze is, and would that give away the location. He said he did not want to reveal that. In my opinion, it must be recognizable. Thank you for that, Lori Barnes. Asked Jack if he would tell me what the damaged blaze is. So what if it is the Yellowstone sign? or I don't know. Get your imagination flowing though, and I would love to go on that ride. I want to go from Cody, Wyoming into Yellowstone and follow forest tracks in there. Is that how we send to your PayPal account? I don't know. I think so. Give it a try. Do a test. I think so. I think if you just send it to RF Hecky, I mean, if it is a tree or a rock, that would not give it away. Location, you're right. Oh, you're right. But maybe he was thinking if you're asking for, is it a mark on a tree? Or if you said the blaze is a tree and didn't say, obviously it would be marked, So, but that would not give away a location. You're right. Or a rock, isn't it called a rock Karen? CAIRN something. A stack of rocks. Or wonder if it was one of those survey markers. Like, what if it was a survey marker and someone took it out, tried to steal it or take it because it says, because it's cute. I don't know. I think my video is lagging. Right on, Zozo. Whatever, you know what I mean, Tony. Laugh out loud, Tony. Tony Rusi. Hi, Tony Rusi. Bill Gorman says, only gullible people believe stoof. Well, I'm gullible. Big old giant sucker head, like a cartoon. Because why would you not believe him? It's all we got, man. Even if, we have to believe him because this, no matter if this story is true, made up, being spun as we go, that's totally irrelevant how we got here. The story is the story. We're all living it. So here we go. I'm with you, Susie. Okay, thank you, Gabriel. No solid proof. No solid proof of what? That he knows the solve. The solid proof that he knows the solve is it owns the chest. Okay, so so what if this guy, let's play pretend. What if Forrest did choose this guy as the finder, as a writer, as the finder? This is all chosen. This is a setup. Don't you think a part of the deal would be like, okay, you're going to be the finder. You're going to be the one, the face of the chest. I'm calling off and you get to be it. And what if, so if he did that, wouldn't you think that Forrest would have explained, sat down and said, here it is. This is blah. This is how it went. So the theory behind the fake finder, a fake finder theory, is impossible because, well, either way, he knows the story. If he's the real finder, then he knows the story for sure. If he's a fake finder, don't you think Forrest told him the story? So, either way, I want to buy a coin from the treasure chest. I know, and that's so true how just the story of these objects make it more valuable. Just like that $300 bracelet, it has a story before that because of those beads. Like, if you lose the story of that, those beads came from Mesa Verde, once that story is removed from the bracelet is no longer a thing, and if it's just an average turquoise bracelet, and it doesn't have that story about who found those beads, that oh no, his name just skipped my mind. But anyway, he's in the thrill of the chase. His name is in the thrill of the chase. I can look for it right now, but irrelevant. But just because those little gold nuggets or whatever, I mean, it would be great even just to get one of the little a tiny nugget that was actually in the chest. Although that little gold nugget is worth what, $100, whatever, in real life, it's worth a lot more when you add it. Testing. Guess what? Your test went through. Here, I just got 1999. And now I see your name, and I'm going to not say it. I'm trying to be discreet. Thank you, dear. It worked. Oh, wait, it says I have to accept it. Accept the money. Okay. Or did you not want me to accept it? Claim your money now. Should I? I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Okay, I'm going to try. Yes. Thank you. That's awesome. Okay, do you think Jack is giving us any clues in his responses? Oh, for sure. Like the response. Okay, it's all good. Just got thank you. Thank you. Vegas money. I'm gonna use that that'll be haircut money. I need that bad. That's awesome. Thank you. No, I'm totally distracted. Did Jack give us any clues in his response? Asked Lori. And Lori, I'm thinking yes, because he already told us he's said, like, I just went over that. Did you hear the Jack gets mail question that he said? Forrest told me he hid it when he did because he was in Wyoming anyway for an event at the museum in Cody. So it was convenient to hide it on that same trip. On the same trip. I'm using my own. So it is within driving distance from Cody in an afternoon, including 2 trips a mile. Like, how long does it take to hike a mile? No, half hour. I don't know. I'm terrible. Oh yeah, think about the treadmill. If you're running 6 miles an hour. Okay, whatever. I'm not good at geography. So yes, for sure. Okay, so Lori Barnes, what I'm trying to spit out is that I think he's given us tons of information by answering clues. Like, is there any part of the solve outside Wyoming? Nope, everything's in Wyoming. So right there tells us it doesn't start in West Yellowstone. Like, I had a theory of that, going West Yellowstone, crossing the border, because there's border there. There's the park border and the state border. So you got Montana, Wyoming, and Yellowstone Park. That's 3 borders all involved. Anyway, but it doesn't matter because Jack just says, nope, everything's in Wyoming. Good to know. So it's just like, there it goes, a little bit narrower, a little narrower, a little narrower. So we know it's around Cody area. And we know it's all contained in one state. You don't have to dink around anywhere else. Okay. Okay. Here's a question. Okay. Question. If someone made a fake blaze and you publicly mentioned it was 1,000 feet from the real blaze, did you essentially tell that person where the chest was? Or do you believe the maker of the fake blaze was most likely not a Fen searcher? That's Dave from Reading. See, that's my theory. How could it be a Fen searcher? I don't think it was a Fen searcher. And, you know, this fake blaze thing just adds to the intrigue by telling us about it and telling us about that phone call, the frantic phone call. Or is, huh? What? Fake blaze. So Jack says to Dave, thanks. Thanks, Dave. I left it vague enough so that everyone who left a fake blaze out there now feels bad about it and realizes they may have wasted time making a fake blaze instead of looking harder for the treasure. So it's a fake blaze is something you make. And I've had some of these people email me, haha. So you make a fake blaze like a rock cairn. Like you can stack up rocks. That's one way. You can carve on a tree, sit there and dink around and carve a tree. You can you can graffiti something. You can, how else can you make a fake blaze? You can arrange animal bones. You can bring animal bones, can be a fake blaze. Make it. You can make a pile of or a pile of bones can be a fake blaze. So I do. It's like, okay, I'm going back to the live stream and see what you guys all. Okay. Larry Bond says, I think this would have to be a clue. Whoops. Is all I see. Davio. Lori Bonds. Then why can he not tell us what the fake blaze is? Those things would not give away the location. That's right. That makes me think because there's more. There's more. Obviously, there's more to this. This story is big and wonderful. And did Jack ever just flat out say that he wasn't gonna tell us this whole story? The source said he put down sticks in the F. Oh, that's a fake blaze by a searcher. You would know if that would be the FF symbol. That is like a secret. Only forest fence searchers would know. An FF would mean our forest, you know? Fake can have so many definitions. It doesn't have to be physical. Make a fake blaze. He said make it. So it is physical. I think he told us it's a physical item. The fake blaze anyway. What's the real blaze? It's a real item somewhere in the, hang on. Okay, and then I brought up this Miller Extra Light beer. Who knew they made such a thing? It is only 64 calories, and like the alcohol is like super low, 2.8%. 2% alcohol. So these beers are great. 64 calories, like you could drink a whole 12 pack. This is like practice beer. Practice. I'm building up my muscles for Las Vegas. I'm practicing to see if I can drink a whole 12 pack of 2% beer. Okay. Okay, Guitar Man, you start with a blaze. Oh yeah, that reminds me. You just sent me an email and I was gonna look at it. Start with a blaze, then the blaze turns out to be something else once you're there. Which would make sense because he said he didn't know what the hell he was looking for. Oh, which makes me think of brings me back to Bill's idea, or a idea that Bill gave me about it being a sun shadow, you know? Okay. If you mix it with water, it'll be extra, extra, extra light. Hey, I've been known to throw some ice cubes in beer, so that's easily done. I can go get a glass of ice cubes. And I still think, ooh, look at me, I'm drinking. Ooh. Minnesota near beer. Yeah, usually our Minnesota near beer is 3.2. That's what this is, 3.2%. But now they invented an even lesser beer, which is you know, it's like, okay. It still kind of tastes like beer. Okay, Bill says, if the blaze is broken, why would he worry about anybody damaging it? I don't think he did. He just wanted to know what Forrest knew about a fake blaze in the area. Like, obviously the area is in the poem. It says, boom, here's the air. Here it is. It's right here. You just got to go here. And from there, you do wise. Somehow you do the wise. Okay. Gotta run. Fun talking chase with you. Yep. Nice seeing you, Lori. Thanks for talking with us. See you again soon. Well, spend money and time and resources on lies. You might be the same way. Right? Oh, you talking about the source screwing you over with this BS? But look at what a memory. And you got to go. Look at it this way, K-Pro. You got to go to West Yellowstone with Cynthia and Justin and this awesome dog and go hiking around. And you had a blast. You guys were like, there it is, found stuff. And I mean, that experience you had, even though it was a dick move, it was still a great memory, a good thing. And don't you have it on tape? So there, it's all good. Then also the real one. Yeah, Huli, what about the real blaze? That's more interesting than the fake blaze, or is it? I mean, how do you know it's a fake blaze? Or you don't. Maybe he did not realize that was a fake blaze. He didn't know it was a fake blaze until after he found the chest. Must be how that went. Kevin S says, don't forget that Jack said he disguised the nook in an email. Or yeah, like he said, it would be very difficult to go back and look for that exact nook. But it doesn't matter. I mean, that exact nook I just need to know what the poem says. I need to know how he solved the poem and found the area. The exact spot from there is not gonna haunt me, you know? So, Susie Fennhaven, do you ever put the phrase row 4, block 23 with the lodging pick? I swear that there is 4 rows and 23 stumps. There are, holy, yes, there is that picture. And that picture is right before his epilogue. It's where he wanted to die, you know? Basically, Jack said that over and over. He figured out where Forrest wanted to die, or not where the chest was. He didn't say I figured out where the chest was. I figured out where Forrest wanted to die. And when you look at the Thrill of the Chase and you go to his epilogue, you know, boom, is this where he wanted to die? I mean, it's this one. The one he's got his foot on. And the nook was, it's very Eric Sloane. Mm-hmm. A stump, you know, because a tree, Eric Sloane to a tree never died, because even from a stump, sprouts grew. You know, another tree would grow if you let it. So, okay, redneck. The stumps, big picture versus small, has 2 times more stumps. Did you know that? Yeah, that little picture, the little one, it doesn't have the same. Yep. This picture he's talking about, right? You're talking about this one, redneck? Yeah, there's stumps missing compared to the other picture. Why wouldn't you? Because it's already, the graphic is already done. You know, it to scale it is nothing. So why cut out these 3, shorten the, he didn't shorten it. It isn't shortened. It's the same. There's the same dip. Ooh, whoops. I'm gonna go back to the $17 square inch because it was, I just thought of something. I tried to show Bear and Fenndy when I was talking, but I had my my background turned on, like green screen background, and so every time I tried to show this book, it would disappear. It wouldn't let me, which is fine, because I probably, well, Forrest isn't gonna get mad at me if I show this book. Who's gonna get mad at me if I show this book? Anybody? The copyright gods. What am I looking for? There's something awesome in here. What is it? What is it? What is it? What? Oh yeah. I know what I'm looking for. I really do. But I don't know what page. God, this book is wonderful. Here, is that the brown neglected color thing? Nope. I can't find it now. Well, it's a page where, here it is. Okay. Here's, no, this isn't it either. He's got, you know, he's showing off Eric's books, but there's one where there's, oh, he did it here too. You know, he does his cheeky stuff. Like, he says eclectic weather vanes, and then he has a colon. And then down here, after he lists all this book, look, that's a dot, that's a period. Like, he ended the paragraph with the names of all these books. This one has a compass right on. There's so much more to that relationship, or that story, the Eric Sloane story and the chase. There's more to come out. I mean, there has to be. It's not over. Oh, 3D Brown says, Susie Fennhaven, what are the dimensions of that book? Just wondering how many dollars per square inch it comes out to be. You know what? I have thought of that before, but I never did figure out. I never did the math. And didn't Forrest say he had to do the math? It is 12 and 1/4 inches. 12 and 1/4 inches by 9.5 inches. Or wait, maybe it's a little bit bigger than 9. Or is that just a dust check? It's 9 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eighths. Nine and 5/8 by, what did I say? Do it again. 12 and 1/4. I know some of you guys know how to do math. And the book cost is, I don't even think the book price, he didn't even put the price of the book. You know how usually it's on the flap. It's not. But delivered my house, like somebody bought this for me. Or I was whining about it that I wanted it, and so somebody sent me $75 so I could get it. So this was $75. It wasn't Delcon, but that does sound like something Delcon would do, very much so, but it wasn't this time. It was Gary. Was it Gary? I can't remember. Somebody awesome. Oh, Delcon figured out roughly $2,040 if you take that square inches and then multiply it by, okay, pretty sure that Denny's Creek in that drawing. Oh, you identified an area that looks like that drawing, huh? Okay. I don't care what Jack says. I'm going to move to Yellowstone. Wouldn't that be awesome? What books are on that page? Oh, yeah, yes. That was what, okay. And there's 2 pages in here where he shows pictures of Eric's books. And the first one, which I thought, he says, here's a few of Eric's books, and there's exactly 9 books in the picture. And so I thought, are these the 9 books of Eric's that he wants us to oh, I just saw Eric Sloane's. Here's Eric Sloane's easel. Or not easel, but yeah, isn't that you know what I'm saying? Jesus Christ. Palette. His palette. Now I'm looking for that page of books. Okay, right here. This is the one. Okay. So he did it again here. He says, he writes a sentence on this page and says something clever and ends it with a colon. He was famous for his paintings and books of barns and covered bridges and such. And then he shows us this picture, and then here's the period. Oops. Right there. And these 9 books, here, I'll just show you this page. A lot of these, you guys, hey, I'll put a link in the chat to a free online. It's called here we go. I'm gonna pull it up and put it in the chat because you can check out Eric Sloane's books for free. Reload. Archive.org. Here you go. Copy. Paste. Say something. I know. I can't talk and do this at the same time. My computer, I'm too fast for my computer. I have to just sit here now and wait for it to do its thing. Oh my God. There. So if you go to that archive.org and then go into the search, type in Eric Sloane, you're going to see not all of his books, but several of his titles. If you guys ever want to just go and look at it, they're just wonderful. There's a book called Legacy. Like a lot of these books mentioned on that page are available for electronic checkout. Like somebody scanned each page. Anyway, K-Pro, I think Forrest just wanted to know who's all was there without asking who's all there. I just asked Jack why, if Forrest wanted pictures of everyone at the event. Forrest told me it was to determine if the finder was there. Were they not speaking, or why would Forrest not ask him? Yeah, why wouldn't he go? Why wouldn't those guys be all buddy? You know? If I was the finder, I would drove Forrest crazy with questions and come. What you doing today? I want to come over. Can I come over to your house some more? And I want to look at all your stuff extra. Yeah. And I would be his buddy. Go, hell yeah, I'm going to go up to the fishing bridge, and I'm not going to tell anybody I'm the finder, but I'm going up there and I'm having a great time. Susie, exactly. There is a clue to JS and BS. Jack and bullshit. Moses lives at the Cowboy Palace in Cody, Wyoming. Is that where the treasure was, Bill? At the Cowboy Palace? What is the Cowboy Palace? A ranch? A museum? Forrest told me it's complicated. When I asked him why he didn't ask the finder himself, maybe he just didn't want to get caught communicating with him because he didn't want to compromise his identity at that time, you know? Layers I have found in the poem. 1, Morse code. 2, words in the poem as clues. 3, locations. 4, forest fan connections. 5, adventures. 6, reasons for connections. General location, right? Music score with 2 instruments. Awesome. So well done. Holy crap. Morse code, number 1 Morse code. Forrest said there wasn't codes or ciphers, but that's amazing. And many people, I think, found codes and ciphers, even, whether they were obviously unintentional, right? I'm missing my olives. I got the little kind this time, and they fit right inside the beer. Jack has provided none. Either he didn't trust Jack not to be there, a fear of him chatting with searchers maybe, or he wasn't looking for Jack. Did he, Cabro, did he specifically say he was looking for if the finder was there? Or was he just trying to get you, you know? I don't know. If Jack wasn't traveling to Santa Fe to see Forrest, I highly doubt he was lurking in West Yellowstone. Yeah, he said he only saw him once. What happened? My whole screen just went dark. Can you guys still see me? Well, it just went weird. Okay, well, I've been on an hour and 20 minutes. Maybe we should be done. Are we done, you guys? Jack seems to be a blabbermouth now, except for keeping it confidential. It appears. Good Jack. Jack seems to. Oh, yeah. Jack showed up after the fact. How is Jack communicating to the masses? Susie, can you hear me now? I can hear you. Can you see me? Oh, yeah. I was going to look at my email. I had it. I can look for it on here. Wait, I better do that. Now I think I could. There we go. Don't want to mess with things too much because. Oh, yeah. Thanks for the $20. So sweet. And I've confirmed that email address, so now PayPal knows about it to go ahead, and I won't have to accept it anymore. It will just automatically show up, but that's amazing. I'm spending it on my hair. Okay, look at this. It says Okie Tarman, and I'm clicking on it, and it's a YouTube video. And oh, maybe do I have to turn it down? Who is this by? Oh, it is by you. Okay, Okie Tarman. Is this music yours? Well, I will check that out later. Thanks for sharing. There were 79 or 80 hints, or was 79 or 80 a hint? Was that a question you asked Stoof? Jack? It says part 2. Oh, I just found my live chat. Oh, no, now I can see myself. Freak out. Okay. Okay, the source says he knows him. But didn't Jack flat out say, I don't know who the heck this, because you know who the source is, Capro. I mean, did you say his name? And that's negative. So that's a whole interesting story. That's like a whole side note story. A great Netflix episode. Really? I told Jack his name in the story. We were told, and Jack said BS, right? Jack called bull on it. So you got to believe Jack over anyone, because no matter what, Jack is the one Forrest told us found it. Well, in a roundabout way. And he's the one sitting there with him, a picture of him with the chest. So we just have to accept that. We have to pick Jack's words over somebody else's idea, no matter what. I didn't see the picture of the ring until recently. Oh, the emerald ring that Peggy has on her finger. And hi, okay, Larry. Forrest saw who he needed to see. Just reminiscing about the Source family. 72, 72, and 36 are important numbers. ES says, I saw the Who in 1982. The Clash warmed up for him. Awesome! Oh, what a concert. Holy crap. The Clash and then the Who. Lucky. Very British. Okay, you guys, now I'm just stinking around. Gonna finish my beer and call it a night. Go raid the fridge. Okay. Well, thanks everybody. 55 people on tonight, and that's great. Great to see y'all. And I'll see y'all again soon. Next time you see me, I'll have a haircut. Okay, that'll be next week. Big excitement. Well, Christ, you guys, we have to come. We got to figure out something. We got to dream up something to talk about in the meantime. It's excruciating. We still need to make up stuff. Right? Thanks for making stuff up with me. See you again soon.